Listen to that shit, baby. Shout out to Nick Bagley.
Welcome to World Local News. Recording live from Raleigh, North Carolina, in front of no audience. World Local News. 80% news, 20% bullshit. You've got questions? So do we. Like my grandmother always says, don't knock it till you try it 8 times. I'm not wearing pants. World Local News. Everything is fucked. Let's get on with the show.
Welcome to World Local News. I'm your host, the Black Jonathan Taylor Thomas, Freddie Valois here, and I'm here with my beautiful sexual co-host, the Ivory King himself, Greg Perlman. Greg, how you doing, baby?
I'm going as the white Ivory King. I'm adding that. I'm making it super obvious where I stand.
You're proud of your whiteness, but like a cool way.
Yeah.
You
Not
use
like
your
the
whiteness to
supremacy
help.
way.
Yeah.
You know we live by the Spider-Man principle here. With great power comes great responsibility.
And white skin is a huge responsibility, bro.
It comes with a lot of power. It comes with a lot of power.
That's great. It really does.
Dude, it's good to be back. Just to remind all the listeners, you can find World Local News on Instagram at World Local News. Subscribe, share, like on YouTube. Subscribe, rate, and review on iTunes, Spotify.
Boom.
You can find me on Instagram at G Perlman. You can find me on the Twitter at Greg Perlman. Freddie, where can they find you?
Find me on Instagram and YouTube. I'm giving you all the silliness you could expect, all right? Freddie Valois. I just use my name. I don't use fucking screen names or anything like that. It's just Freddie Valois, you know? I came in here with my dick and my name, and that's what's on my YouTube channel. Not my dick, just the name. But
that's on your OnlyFans.
Yeah, that's coming, baby.
Or it's on the alternate site, Virgins Only.
Dude, Virgins Only. You were talking about this as an idea.
Yeah, I think, we've got big plans and dreams for the World Local News podcast and other projects. And, we want to hire a great video guy.
Absolutely, because I here's the thing, bro, is like I did this so I could talk and make people laugh or think and feel good. I don't want to know about.
I'm not a tech guy.
I don't want to know about cameras. I don't want to know about computers. Here's the thing. I can't type.
Really?
I type like this with the fingers.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
I cheated my way through IT class in college.
You took an IT class,
to learn, and I just
So back in the day, like elementary school days, our school had a computer lab, and when we would go for computer class, we would get, I don't know, 30 minutes, and we'd get a little bit of game time.
Yeah.
And then we'd have to do a typing program. The program was called Mavis Beacon Teaches Typing. If anyone out there listening, or if you're following along with the live stream, if you've experienced Mavis Beacon Teaches Typing, please let me know. I mean, that's like a super nostalgic moment from my past, at least.
Weren't we talking about this? Like Mavis Beacon needs to pull out like a how to take care of your home kind of thing, like do laundry, do taxes.
Yeah. Mavis should cover the basics, like how to properly do a load of laundry, how to make your bed the right way.
Yeah,
like all that shit, like the basics. How to
wipe your ass.
How to wipe your ass. Do you go front to back? Do you go back to front? Is there a wet wipe situation involved?
Yeah, like I've been on a huge dry balling.
I'm sorry.
A ball drying kick lately, and it's just I think it's good knowledge.
See, this is the masculinity movement that men really need. That's talking about how to dry your balls.
Yeah, people say that masculinity is under attack, and I just think that's stupid. It's like they like right. You got the fringe groups, right, that are saying kill all men, right?
Yep.
But you don't listen to you don't listen to radicals, right? And I think there's just a group of women that are just asking for men to step up a little bit, which is fair. And there's a lot of people that are upset about that. I don't get it. Like,
yeah, it's like what's the big ask about asking a man not to be shitty?
That's it. Or
it's like,
yeah,
when we've lost this ability to listen to each other, I think. And so, like, if I tell you you're shitty, you're like, no, here's 10 reasons why here's 10 other things that are not connected to the reason that you just gave of why I'm not shitty.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah, but the thing that I said that you do is also shitty. And, you know, there's shitty men and shitty women, of course, but
Yeah.
like, you know, it's women who are asking for a dramatic behavior change from men, which I think is warranted.
I think the recent come up that these broads are having has just awakened just the it's exposing the pussy in the male community that there is. Like, to see guys like posting on an Instagram comment, like a girl makes a joke about men and he's like, well, not all men. It's like, bro, you are a fucking clown. Like,
Yeah,
just,
clearly you are.
Yeah,
clearly
you're a
you're one
bitch.
of those men. If you're commenting, not all men.
Yeah.
you're just like, yeah. It's a weird thing. It's a weird thing to me. But ball drying, like that's the type of positive masculinity that we need. Like that's men helping men.
Yeah, there was this times where I'm like, why do my balls smell like this? And it's not even that much after a shower. And then I came across the knowledge of you got it like really, really dry down there, like to the point of like of like, you know, you got to stretch the skin because those wrinkles hold moisture.
It's called the bat.
And yeah, and you that's how you really get it out. And my balls have never been fresher. And now I got these.
Do you use a powder?
I'm not using in the winter. I don't use powder.
Okay.
And I'm no powder right now. I'm good. But usually in the summer, I got the Gold Bond spray, right?
Sure.
And
Oh,
now,
a spray.
Now I got this underwear, bro. So if you listen to any comedy podcast, Sheath Underwear does
Yep.
an ad. This is not Sheath. This is David Archie. Some other shit, but the concept is the same. Your dick goes through a hole, so now your fucking balls have a pouch and your dick has a pouch. Now that sounds weird, and I gave this.
It's a separation of church and state.
I like that. It's like a penthouse for your dick. It's like. I was very weary going in, and I love these things. You can't feel that they're on. They absolutely should have separate compartments. It's drier down there. It feels like my dick's in a glass case at an art exhibit, and people are looking at it pretending like they understand it, but they don't. They don't understand it.
It's like one of those like 10-foot by 12-foot canvas paintings.
Yeah.
That's just white with like a dash of blue.
I was thinking more of a 3D sculpture.
Oh.
Yeah, just 3-dimensional. Dicks should not be drawn in 2 dimensions.
Well, I wasn't talking about a work of art of a dick. Not saying that your dick is not a work of art. I was just talking about artwork that you might find normally in an exhibit. But point taken.
Yeah, right.
But
Cool.
point taken. But point taken. Point taken. Here's something. Okay, so you've got your ball coverage down. What's your wiping situation like?
Conspiracy Beer Me. Shout out to the Conspiracy Beer Me guys. They said abstract art. Zing. I like that. My dick is abstract art. I'm uncircumcised, so let's.
You've got a sloth.
Yeah, I got. Dude, I have a natural dick. It's organic. It's fucking not
grass
processed.
fed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's. Yeah. I just pictured my penis eating grass in a field. Okay, we're.
I'm
just
gonna
really,
I'm gonna double down. In a previous episode, Conspiracy Beer. They may not know this. The guys at Conspiracy Beer Me, that we challenged them to a fight.
a fist fight.
We challenged them to a fist fight.
Oh,
I'm
dude.
pretty sure that we did.
We would crush those guys.
Some sort of. It was kind of like we touched on in our last episode, kind of like a West Side Story, Jets, Sharks kind of thing.
Oh, dude, a 2 versus 2 on 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you a good dancer?
Oh yeah.
All right, so this is how the fight would go. I'll fight all 3 of them, but I want you to do sick dance moves around the fight while I'm beating the shit out of the Conspiracy Beer Me guys.
Yeah. What kind of music do I get?
I don't know. We'll let them pick the music.
Oh, yeah, but you should never let 3 white guys dictate the playlist.
I don't know,
just
bro.
Something tells me that we're going to get a lot of classic rock.
Actually, dude, I feel like Shane might be fucking. Cause he's from South Dakota, bro. Those people are lawless. Like he has that blood in it. Now I'm
banking on Shane to carry the playlist.
Yeah, you can tell Shane's got good.
Yeah, I'm banking on Shane.
Shout out to Shane. Shout out to fellow bald man Shane. Shout out to Sam Mazzani. Shout out to Justin Scranton. Guys, this podcast is fucking awesome. Blowing up.
It's like top 100 comedy podcasts in the country.
Something like that. Yeah, these guys are fucking killing it. So if you're looking for a funny podcast and you're interested in conspiracies and all that shit, check those guys out. They're fucking awesome.
They are awesome.
Yeah, they're
they are
comedy friends
awesome.
of mine. They're fucking great, dude. Love you guys.
Miss comedy, huh?
Yeah, I definitely miss stand up. I still go out sometimes just to fucking, hey,
Yeah.
outside.
It's so
outside
cold
shows.
now, though.
Yeah.
So cold.
But my sets warm people up, bro.
They do. They're
Yeah,
fire.
dude. My
They
sets
bring
control the
some fire.
weather. They're starting to control the weather a little bit.
A little birdie told me, and the little birdie is myself, that when things start to open up, you might see your boy back on a stage.
Oh shit,
You might see your boy back on a
bro!
stand-up
I want.
stage.
We need the White Ivory King out there, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm coming out to every open. I don't care the size of the mic, of the open mic. I'm coming dressed like Conor McGregor, like when he fought Floyd Mayweather. I'm talking like white mink coats. I'm doing the whole arm drag thing. I'm coming out like you know how Andrew Dice Clay is like
Yeah.
a character.
Oh.
I'm coming out as a fucking
Are you doing a
it's-
character?
yeah, but it's still gonna be like the jokes that I would tell as me.
Yeah,
But I'm gonna be in character.
I like that.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah.
Just get on stage, bro. Get the
Yep.
fucking coat. Let's fucking do it.
I'm in. All right, so Freddie, our last episode certainly, you know, I may be biased, but I'm pretty sure we brought the hot fire. But
Yeah, dude. We did 34 minutes of hot fire. That episode's gonna release, and somebody came upstairs into the studio, which Greg and I, we're really nice guys. We want love and life for
as good
everyone.
as it gets.
But we're the kind of guys that if something happens, not in our, we're ready to. And
Here's how
if something doesn't make sense, we're quick to just be like, what the fuck is going on?
if something is rooted in bitch made,
Yeah,
we have no tolerance for it.
Yeah, I don't because I don't tolerate that in myself, and I'm actually afraid of that. So I'm always
I'm in constant fear of bitch made.
yeah,
And so I live my life to do everything to
constantly
avoid that.
sussing out the bitch.
100%.
Yeah,
All right. So we're doing the episode.
Yeah.
We're 34 minutes in.
yep.
All of a sudden, door opens.
We get a knock on the door, and Greg and I are like, "What the fuck's? Who the fuck is this?" And I'm like, I think you might see me do this, like where I'm like, "Yo," and then I'm like, "There's no way that someone will come in. And there has to be a reason." So I'm like, "Something's happening," and luckily, this person's wife has more balls on him, and she came up. And she goes, "No, get them the fuck out of here!" My fucking dog almost died. Not it's Rachel's dog. This is my stepdog, but she's my kid too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And she almost fucking died, dude. And she was out there. Her body went lifeless. People were going crazy. We got down there, and it was like fight or flight response, bro. Like
It was nuts.
time slowed down. I was like, what the fuck? And then checked her. Her gums were pink, and all of a sudden, we just like people hit the stages at different times. So someone's like, we got to do something. I fucking grabbed the keys, lift her up. I'm like, open the door. We go out the back door. I was like, somebody get the fucking the car door. Opened her up. We put her inside. Fucking, I left my phone inside. My neighbor gives me the phone. Like,
Where'd you get? Hold on. You're just zooming through this story.
am I?
Yeah. Oh, you're zooming through it. So let's rewind back.
Yeah.
We get the first little door open, timid. You know, like we thought that like this person was like fucking with us or like
Had a little
or
too
like
much to drink.
being
Yeah.
an idiot, right?
Yes.
We thought there was some fuckery afoot.
We were gonna jump somebody, bro.
I was ready. I mean, if my eyes could shoot lasers, if that was my superpower, like he would have been in big trouble.
You can't get a guy from Philly and a guy from Yonkers in the same room that are close mad at you. Because
No,
that's
a-
problems.
no.
Like that's just you don't want
That's
that.
a recipe to end up in a trunk and somewhere in New Jersey.
Yeah, and we'll be regretting it afterwards after we've come down. But you resort to your base level of shit in times of
Primal.
yeah, bro. We would
So the wife comes in, she makes the scene, and all I hear was Bella's not breathing.
That was it. That's what he should have done when he opened the fucking door.
There was like a solid 3-minute gap in between his and her visits. Maybe that's what it felt like to me.
No. She
Was
came
it
up,
quick?
She came up pretty quick. Maybe you might be right. Actually, it was like a.
We
minute.
can. The great news is that we have it on footage, so we can go back and check the tape.
Oh,
but the
nice.
best part is that you got up first. Obviously, like as it should be.
Yeah.
You got up first, and we're like, "I'll be right back."
Wait, I said that.
Yeah, you're like, I'll be right back.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, I'll be right back, guys. 'Cause I didn't know the gravity what was going on.
And so I had a couple extra seconds to like process what was happening, and I was like, oh well, yeah, if the dog's not breathing, he ain't coming back. Like that's not going to be solved in like the next 60 seconds.
So I thought that like over here, and I like when I got around the table, and I'm then my attitude was like, hey Greg, you gotta have to finish this out on your. I was
You
like,
did say that.
Yeah, I was like, bro, let's go. Like,
Let's go. Well, turns out that I didn't do that.
no,
and
you did the smart decision and shut the fucking.
yeah,
thing
no,
down.
I shut it down.
I'm stupid.
Because like, you know, I think you got caught in the moment. But at this stage, like, you know, I'm Uncle Greg to the dog, and so like I love the dog too. So I awkwardly end the podcast, and I come downstairs, and like that was a tough scene. I'm a dog owner,
Yeah.
and for anyone out there who's a dog owner, like if you see a dog sick or in need, you know those in the arms of an
bro,
angel.
this was.
That's what it felt like.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh no, I'm witnessing one of those commercials. Like I was like, no, I don't want to witness one of those commercials in real time.
Yeah.
So like, what do we got to do? So you scoop up the dog,
Yep.
carry it to the car. I hear someone talk about your phone. I sprint up the stairs to come back up here
'Cause
to
the
get
phone-
the phone.
Yeah, the phone was on the studio.
And I ran so fast coming out of the house to hand you the phone that I almost fell over.
Oh, remember that you caught yourself.
Yeah, I caught myself.
You're an athletic
I like,
white dude.
dude. It was like a Matrix moment where I was like skidding on the outside of my left foot, and then I like shifted my weight and like
Yeah.
did a little move.
And then you gave me the phone. Then you typed in, I think you or
I didn't type in anything.
okay, then my neighbor, he typed in the address.
Oh, that's clutch.
Yeah, bro. And
That's
he handed
clutch.
me the phone. His girl was fucking awesome. She was like,
Yep.
yeah, she was all over it. I think she called the animal hospital. And fucking Rachel and I are in the car. We're driving over. That's a 15-minute drive. I'm like, that seems a little far in this time.
Yeah.
My Rachel's in the back. My girl fucking pumping the dog's heart, like giving her mouth to mouth. We're driving. Luckily, she starts to wake up before we get there. She was dead. I think she was like the closest
Seeing
you could
the
get.
light?
Yeah.
Dude, what must that moment feel like? So there's two things. There's what that moment must feel like as a human and what that must feel like as a dog. One of those things, I mean, both of those things we'll never know, I guess.
No.
I wonder if it's like wild as a dog, like way wilder than it is for humans.
What if a dog goes into like another dimension where they're a human and they live out a human life and then they come back? Because she's good now. So I want to let the listeners know that she is doing.
Yeah.
She's good.
Shout out to Bella.
Shout out to Bella. She's old too. She's 14.
Yeah.
Tough
broad.
Yeah, real tough broad. And then now she has like a new lease on life. So I think she lived life as a human and was like, wow, that fucking sucked. I got a couple years left as a dog. I'm going to keep dogging it up here. Because she was starting to slow down. Now she's making it up the stairs faster. She's like stopping to smell the roses when she's walking. I'm really like, I'm proud of her.
Yeah, hell yeah. Maybe just like recircuited, short circuited some wires and like
Something happening. But
made
yeah.
her better. She like, it's
Yeah.
like when you take the cap off the car and your car goes faster. I don't know.
Like if this happened, like, no, I like that. Like if this happened to if the same thing, but it was a woman, like a human woman, they'll get like, zest back in their life, and they'll travel to Dominican Republic for sex tourism.
Oh, it's like how Bella got her groove back. Oh, that should have been the name of the episode. It can still be. It can still be.
When we repost this episode,
Yeah.
Bella got her groove back.
Yeah,
Gosh,
yeah. That's a good one.
that is
That's
such
a good one.
So just want to give an update. Bella's doing great. We'll post the episode where
I'm
she goes
doing
out.
better now that I thought of that. So, yeah, man. But it's good to know. It's always good to have a scenario like that where your fight or flight skills are tested.
Yeah, because
Dude, we fought.
You get to see if you still got some bitch you need to work on.
You know what I mean?
That's like,
I felt like you and I were like Thor and the Hulk. like when they were battling. Like it was just like, you know, not that we were fighting, but like just like there to get shit done.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And, dude, it's oh gosh. Yeah. It was. I was very happy on I think everybody responded great, bro.
I agree.
They focused on like one or two things because it was a high pressure moment. Like afterwards, me and Rachel were fucking dying laughing because I was like, yo, I'm fucking starving. Like that adrenaline burn. I was like, yo, I'm fucking starving. And she
you get some
started dying
T-Bell?
laughing. Yeah. No, we got that another night. They get what?
Taco Bell, T-Bell.
Oh yeah, that's what I thought. No, we got that another night.
Okay.
We got that on Monday night.
Whole 30's almost ending.
Yeah,
Whole 30's almost over. Can you do Whole 30 and go to Taco Bell?
No. We didn't.
Really?
We did not do Whole 30.
I don't know what I'm just I'm assuming you can only eat Whole Foods for 30
Yeah,
for
yeah,
30
it's
days?
Definitely not Taco Bell. This is a
No
flexible
breads,
Whole
no
30.
breads.
No grains, no breads. You want like protein, no dairy, no added sugar. And yeah, but it was good because I feel like it. You know, we're like we don't want to do that again for a while. So
Yeah.
but yeah, Bella's doing good, man.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
shout out.
Oh, Greg, fucking yeah, and you fucking. I texted you. You held the fort down, bro.
Oh yeah.
You were the goddamn acting fucking.
I was like Alfred from Batman.
Yeah, Alfred's a fucking badass.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Pennyworth,
yeah,
baby.
That's a good. Yeah,
The
he's
Ivory
a
King.
fucking G.
The White Ivory King.
Yeah, he's definitely White Ivory King.
Alfred is a White Ivory King.
For sure.
Oh, dude. Everyone needs an Alfred in their life. Everyone
Absolutely,
needs,
bro.
Everyone
Absolutely.
needs a superhero.
Everybody, you just need to understand your place. In every moment in time, in any situation, everybody has a place. And if you go outside of that, that's where things start to feel weird. That's when things feel awkward. Like when we were kids, we had one time we were walking up the block. We had our girls with us, and dudes saw us with girls, and they were like talking shit to us, and they wanted to fucking fight us. And immediately, I was like, me and my boys were like, all right, we're gonna fucking, did the whole, fuck that. I told this one dude that was with us, I was like, bro, grab our coats, get the girls, and get them out of here. He fucking grabbed the coats, he got the girls, and he got the fuck out of here. If he had an ego, and I'm like, no, I'm staying here to fight, because he wanted to show, like, we would have been fucked. The girls could have gotten in danger. Like it was a very dangerous situation. These are like drug dealers and shit like that. Like, and that's the thing to do is to understand what can you do best to help the whole team.
Couldn't agree more.
That's in life. We're dropping fucking facts, this
dude.
episode,
The last time I was like even close to being in a fight was 2014. I was in New York. I was in New York for my homie's birthday. Like one of my best friends in the world. And we had like a couple of our homies from Philly also came up. I was with my girlfriend at the time. My older sister and her husband and my nephew lived in New York. So it was like a whole weekend of like my girlfriend, like meeting my friends, my family.
Yeah.
And so we're at this bar and we're outside. I was smoking cigarettes at the time. I was smoking a cigarette and this Korean dude starts heckling our Korean female friend, and he's just like,
was he doing it in Korean or English?
Dude, he just kept going. It was in English, but he just kept going, yo, Korean. Yo, Korean. Which is as New York as it gets. New York as it gets. And so, like, she entertains him for a little bit. It's very clear she doesn't want to keep talking to the guy. And, like, eventually, like, I was like, hey, my man, like, I don't think she's interested. Like, time to move on.
My man is never really used in a hey, I'm gonna help you out. Like it's always like, especially like in New York, it's always like if you're walking here, yo, my man. Hey, yo, it's like you're.
Yeah, but like I didn't come out of nowhere. But I do agree with you.
No, I think that was good to me. That using my man and that you were establishing
you're saying
a boundary. I think it was good there, but it's not going to be friendly things.
They're not necessarily fighting words, but it's like, I don't know you, so I don't know if you're like antagonizing me or not.
It's the first stage in conflict. That's where my man is.
Yes.
Whatever first stage in conflict, that's like,
yes. Yes. So he gets in my face and like, I have both of my fists like ready to swing.
Yeah.
If he does anything. And then my friend whose birthday it was, like he came up.
It's somebody's birthday. Oh, that's great.
It was his birthday. He came up And he was just like, you know, he was drunk and he was just like, hey, dude, we're like having a fun time. We're having a birthday. Like, we don't want a
Fuck
problem.
yeah. That birthday energy. I love
And he mush faced him. He like put his hand on his face and mush faced him.
that. Well, the birthday boy got bush face.
Yeah, dude. He got mush faced. And like the second that he mush faced him, like he like kind of like stood in between. And so like I pushed him to the side and I like was in the dude's face. And I was like, hey, dude, like that's it. Like time to go. Like absolutely. And then the dude mush faced me. And
Greg, you got mush face?
dude. So as I'm cocking back my left arm to just floor this guy,
Oh, what happened?
I see like my 4 best friends from growing up who one or 2 of them would probably fight, but like no one needs to be in that situation.
Yeah.
And then as I'm coming forward, I see my girlfriend. And the second I see my girlfriend, I'm like, tomorrow morning, you have to go see your 3-year-old nephew. You're driving back to your parents' house in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need to have like a broken hand or like maybe
Yeah.
this guy can fight better than you can.
That's good.
And so I stopped.
That's very mature of you.
Dude, probably the most mature moment of my life. And like my friends know me as being like kind of a hothead.
Yeah.
Like I had a temper.
I mean,
had
I'm sure you did things to warrant that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. And so like everyone was just like, what the fuck was that?
Wow, dude.
So that was the last time. But man, a mush face, dude. Like a mush face might be worse than like getting slapped in the face.
Yeah, old Greg, that would have been a Cops episode. This
Yeah.
Greg, this was an after school special. You taught lessons that
I
day.
know.
You learned.
I
Everybody
know.
around you learned. I feel like you might have stopped that Korean guy from harassing women too.
I hope so. I hope
You know?
so. Or at least like I did
Was
comment.
this like a hood Korean dude too?
Oh yeah, for
He was
sure.
like, "Yo, this white boy taught me shit today, yo."
Yeah.
Like,
But I hope the things that he learns, like there's better game than just shouting, "Hey, yo, Korean,
yo, yeah, that's
yo, Korean." That was so weird to me.
especially like in New York. Like, there's a lot of Koreans in New York. Like,
Yeah, there are.
yeah,
So I felt
you
like
got sad about it. Yeah, I guess the
I
numbers
know.
are the numbers are a
I
little
think
too
about
high.
I think about hitting him all the time.
Oh
I
yeah,
think about
that's,
hitting
yeah.
him.
That's how y'all know you're a true psycho. I like that.
Yeah.
I got into a thing with this girl in Colorado, and I won't tell the story yet because we got to get into the news. But I still, it's a moment where I was like, I should have said something for the sake of the whole van, and I didn't, and I still think about it. Like now, it's not every day, but it's a few times a week.
You held your tongue on something. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, so I got to tell the story now. So we were driving
Yeah.
back to the airport from the thing, like they're taking the shuttle. It's a 2-hour trip. We picked these girls up about 30 minutes into our trip. So
You
it's-
know them?
No, we picked them up at another
They're
lodge.
randoms.
Yeah,
Okay,
we
okay.
picked them up 20, 30 minutes later.
Okay.
So we're heading down. We make a bathroom break. Everybody gets out, uses the bathroom. We come back in. This girl sits in the van and she sits on her phone. She does not use the bathroom. We're getting closer to the airport and she starts complaining that she has to pee.
Nope.
And the guy's like, the driver's like, ma'am, this guy, we're getting there early. So this guy changed his flight so he could fucking see his kids earlier. And she was like, we have to make it there, you know? And we didn't have like 5 minutes to spare or anything like that. And the driver's like, well, this guy has to make his flight.
White woman?
White woman, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
This guy has to make his flight, and then the driver's a white dude too. So it's like a lot of you guys don't like to be direct and be like, "Hey, bitch, we can't stop." He has to catch a flight. You know what I'm saying?
Not if the Ivory King is driving that
Right.
bus.
Yeah, dude. Like, so, we don't have time, and she's like complaining. She's like, "Fucking, what the fuck? This and that." We stop, drop the guy off. We're at the airport. She goes in, uses the bathroom. Her friends, while she's gone, she's like, "What the fuck? She's being such a bitch." Like, blah blah blah, this and that. So I'm like, all right, cool. At least they see that this girl's being a bitch. She's making it weird for everyone. This girl comes back in and she goes, "See, it wasn't even that fucking long."
Oh no.
And the only question I wanted to ask her was, "Miss, if the roles were reversed, would you have missed your flight so that somebody could use the bathroom?" Everyone would answer no to that question.
Oh.
Like,
no question.
yeah. And the fact that I didn't go, because I wanted to turn around and ask that, and I didn't do that, and that still pains me to this day.
I would have wanted to ask the friends, like, hey, do you really believe that? Or are you just trying to not have everyone else in this van think that you're shitty also for letting your friend do this?
Possibly, bro. One girl was Australian too. This was like, it was just,
Australians live by their own set of rules.
It was like, it was entitled white girl, and they're like early to mid 20s.
Game over.
Like, oh, dude,
Game over.
There's no telling. They'll destroy shit. Like, like, and then get mad if you're like, what the fuck are you doing?
Game over.
Yeah.
Not a fan of that at all. All right, man. Well, let's hop into some news.
I'm not saying that all white girls at the age of 20 or something, whatever, are entitled. I'm just saying there's a large population of them that act a certain way. And those are the people that I'm talking about. So if you're mad, you're either one of those people or you don't understand context and you're stupid. So
yeah, so suck on that. All right. So this, you and I don't talk about sports often on this show. We've got other priorities in life. Not that sports aren't important, but they're not top of mind. But
I would say they're not important, but
all right. Well, we can have that debate on another episode.
Yeah.
Hater. But one thing that we unequivocally support here at World Local News is greatness.
I get a little hard watching greatness.
Just like a quarter chub.
It's hard enough to make a dick pic seem a little appetizing,
Is it hard enough to fit in your sheath underwear?
Bro, I'm telling you, it gives you the fucking...
Today's episode brought to you by Sheath Underwear.
No, David Archie. That's the brand I'm using. So if Sheath wants to send some apparently the CEO is like a huge comedy fan. That's why he's on all the comedy things. So we should probably reach out to them.
If you're listening, if you're following the stream, tweet at Sheath Underwear that they should sponsor the World Local News podcast.
Yep.
If for nothing than just the underwear. I'm an Under Armour underwear guy. And they work great for me.
Okay.
But the idea of separating church and state.
I like that. Well, who's church and who's the state? Dick and balls. I think the church is the dick because they fucked a lot of people.
Yeah,
so we'll say that. And the balls are the state because they kind of very sensitive, very like,
And if not, and if they're not overseen properly, there's a lot of mildew and fucking stink and rot in it.
God, dude.
Bam.
We're killing it this episode, dude.
All right. So the greatness that we speak of is Tom Brady.
Tom Devontae Brady. That motherfucker, dude. He is...
I'm sorry. Tom Devontae? His middle name is Devontae?
His energy, I feel like
he's got a Devontae energy?
Yeah, Tom Devontae Brady, yeah. Dude, he made it to the Super Bowl, bro. You cannot say that he... What? All the shit talking that I've ever heard of, you can't say any of that.
Yeah.
Anymore.
I mean,
like,
at some point, you just have to accept that someone is a winner, and maybe you're not, maybe you are.
An ESPN analyst, I don't know his name, since 2016 has been doubting Tom Brady, and there's clips of him every year being like, he's gonna be done, blah blah blah, and he has a clip. Where
if you watch the 2017 Super Bowl again, and you see the Philadelphia Eagles winning that, you might think it might have been over for him.
Yeah, but I wouldn't. I don't look at Philadelphia's win as a blemish on Tom Brady. I just think Philadelphia was a great team that year.
What a crock of shit. What a crock of shit.
Is it?
Yeah, that's a crock of shit. Because the Philadelphia, no, you got to give the credit. You got to. So do you feel the same about the New York Giants, who beat them twice?
Yeah, they caught him. They caught him. It's.
Oh man. That's that's the opinion of someone who didn't play team sports.
Yeah,
you fucking wrestler.
Well, I played football and I was pretty good at it, but I wasn't not at any important level.
Oh, how? Yeah. Pop. What were you? An all-star Pop Warner?
I was Pop
Warner.
Warner.
What were you? 5'10" as a fourth grader, and you were bigger than everyone, and you were great at football. Wow.
Bro, I was in varsity football. When they went to bring me up to varsity, I was like, I'm done with football.
Yeah, I'm
Thanks,
good
guys.
Here, man.
Those guys hit a little too hard.
Yeah, that dude's like 250 pounds and like 6'4". No thanks.
I did man sports, bro. Wrestling. I was rolling around with sweaty men. getting real, you know,
Yeah.
very homoerotic stuff, bro. That's the kind of stuff. I like homoerotic sports. So wrestling.
I mean, you are a regional gay chicken champ. So.
I am a regional gay chicken champ.
I think one of the things that Tom Brady making it to the Super Bowl this time is that you can't, like, the argument was that it was always like the combination of him and his coach from the Patriots, Bill Belichick.
Yeah.
But like,
he's only good because of the coach.
Right.
He's a system quarterback is what I've heard that I'm regurgitating.
oh man, dude he's just good.
Yeah, he's just good. Here's the thing. I don't watch football, but I've seen a bunch of plays and shit like that.
Apparently, you were a superstar.
Well, yeah, well, not like like on the TV. There was a stint that I watched it because I wanted to connect with my stepdad and shit. But after I left the house, I was like, I have no need for this anymore. And watching him quarterback is different than watching a lot of other people quarterback. You just see the way he's driving the ball.
For sure.
I'm like, this dude's a fucking G. And he married a woman that's worth more than him.
Oh yeah, she's the breadwinner for sure.
She's the breadwinner in the family. Me and Tom Brady have the same philosophy. We're not getting with any bum bitches.
Yep.
All right. We don't. The women that we're with, they're gonna be the breadwinners in the family, and we're gonna have our own shit, our own cool shit. We still rocking out. We could support ourselves.
100%.
We'll be great on our own terms with the baddie wife.
I wonder. Yeah, you almost wonder though how far and how successful Tom Brady would have been if he had not married Giselle. Because she for sure like leveled him up on like the greatness scale. She's for her industry, she's as great as it gets.
Yeah.
And so you know that they're like sponging shit. Dude, they must have super kids.
Oh, absolutely. 100%.
Like they're probably, probably not going to invent like a Tesla or anything of that magnitude, but like they'll probably get like a Calvin Klein underwear campaign.
Yeah, but sometimes like the gene like skips. What if they get a super smart kid that builds like
I'd throw it back. I'd throw it back. I'd try again.
Dude, but shout out to Tom Brady. Shout out to greatness. I mean,
dude, I love greatness.
And shout out to Brazilian supermodels because I feel like I don't think they get shouted out enough. And definitely not on any other podcast. So.
We are the #1 podcast in the United States that supports Brazilian women.
Supermodels.
Yeah, Brazilian supermodel women specifically.
Yes.
Yeah. No, #1. So
Yeah. Conspiracy
Beer Me.
Yeah. What kind of humanitarian work is Conspiracy Beer Me doing? Who are you guys supporting?
So he's going to go up against Patrick Mahomes, an up-and-coming great in the Super Bowl in a week.
Apparently, he's never lost a game by more than a possession since like college or some shit. Like
Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, like he's that good. Like
he's
almost like the way people explain him. He sounds perfect.
And so, where are the skeletons? Because there's got to be some, right?
I don't know, light skinned dude. I mean, I just sometimes
he does seem like he. Yeah, but like, maybe you just can't trust anything anymore because he allegedly comes from now I'm saying allegedly. He allegedly comes from, we don't know these people, but like he allegedly comes from a good family. I'm pretty sure he like married his high school or college sweetheart or is engaged to her.
What's his first name?
Patrick?
So is Patrick Mahomes the all-American guy? Is he America? Is he what America strives to be? But is not.
That's an interesting question. What do you think?
I think so. Football, married a high school sweetheart, good guy, works hard.
Yeah.
It's what America has always wanted to be, what we've been marketing, but we haven't really been deep down as a whole, you know?
Yeah, I just think it's too...
I'm sensing some trepidation here with Patrick Mahomes, and I'm confused.
Big fan, and I support him.
Even that, you said it a little weird.
No. Big fan, and I support him. And I support his head coach, Andy Reid, who used to be the head coach of Philadelphia.
Bro, I look at that dude, and I like him. I've never heard him speak, and I'm like, I like that
It's
dude.
like you'd probably get along with a walrus if you saw a walrus out in the wild, and so you'd probably get along with Andy Reid.
Bro, he does have walrus vibes.
He's got big... I met him in person. He's got walrus energy.
Walruses are like the cool... They're the
but not
dudes-
like the creepy Alice in Wonderland walrus. The dude who like killed the oysters.
No, he's not killing anything.
No, except like 3 pieces from KFC. But other than that, so I don't think like Patrick Mahomes is like the attainable American dream. You know what I mean? Like that's not like an everyday success story.
Not the results, but the attitude. People can have that attitude and still, because it's all relative.
Work hard, do the right things.
I think if
you can achieve.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, I agree. I mean, I think like whether or not you believe in the concept of luck, like I think hard work. What's the quote? It's something
the
like,
harder you work, the luckier you get.
So, yeah, something like that. Something like that. And that's and it's true. Like, but like it's also combined. It's like, but it's also like the smarter you work, right? So if you're not learning like as you're growing about how to like capitalize on success. Like there was a time where like I was having success professionally and I didn't have the skills yet to like leverage that into more success.
Yes. Yeah.
Right.
So one of the 2 main factors for success in life are IQ and conscientiousness. So like how hard you work and how smart you are. So if you got both those things, I think you could take life for a fucking ride, bro.
Oh, I agree.
Like I heard that on Rick and Morty. It was like well, not
the
that
educational program.
No, not that. But he tells his nephew, he's like, if you're really smart, really smart people can take life for a ride. And I was like, that's so fucking true. And I felt like it was like I was like, I don't know if I'm that smart, but I was like, I'm definitely smart enough where I know I could like live the life I want to live.
All right. Now that brings us to a good transition point.
Yeah.
So what's today's date? January 28th. Over the last 24 hours, average people have been taking power back through the stock market.
Yeah, so if you're on social media, you're probably hearing a bunch of stuff about GameStop, and so what at a high level, Greg, what can you explain? How can you explain what's going on right now?
You put that on me?
Oh, I can,
no. I can do it too. So there is we'll speed through this and hopefully everyone knows. So there's something called short selling where you can bet that a stock is going to fail.
Yep.
And so a lot of it's a very sophisticated investment strategy. And so a lot of hedge funds utilize that and they say, all right, well, this business, because this is going on, is going to fail and we're going to bet big on them to fail by this certain date.
Yeah.
So a lot of these hedge funds apparently had placed big bets on GameStop.
GameStop, yeah. So, and then there's a subreddit group. If you don't have Reddit, you should get it. It's a great place.
I don't have it.
Oh,
I've never even been on it.
Really?
Not once.
You seem like you probably be on Reddit. Like, I've been on Reddit since 2012, and I think that's like
pretty good.
Yeah, that's like but it's like it has like different communities. You can learn about things. So like learning about microdosing for mushrooms, I got a lot of information from there. You have to understand that it's like a public forum, so you got to
sift through some garbage to get the diamonds.
So if you're easily susceptible to fucking conspiracy theories and shit like that, probably you gotta like.
You got to do some fact checking.
Yeah. So there's a subreddit group called r/Wall Street Bets, and they got together and essentially made memes to drive the price of GameStop way the fuck up. And so shares were at like $3 or something like that. And, yesterday they were up to as high as like 500 something.
Crazy.
So regular everyday people made
people who use apps like Robinhood or Webull or TD Ameritrade, things like that. Regular folk.
Yeah, people that are trying to be like, okay, I got some money, let me join the stock market. This is gonna help me do the thing. I want to fucking be America. I want to wave the flag.
Yeah.
People got their money, and all of a sudden, the 1%, the top fucking the billionaires, these hedge funds, Citron Research is one of them.
So hold on. So basically, by these Redditors doing this and these people who were pumping the price of the stocks, it screwed over the hedge fund strategies, and they're set for billions of dollars in losses.
Yep.
Billions of dollars, like having their entire balance sheets wiped out.
Thank you. That's very important.
Yeah.
What else? You can keep going. We're just bouncing off.
So, well, you were talking about you were about to get into them halting the trades. So on these apps like TD Ameritrade, Robinhood, Webull, they are owned and backed by a lot of these, they're startup companies. So
Yeah.
they're
one key thing too. So what occurred here is they lost money, and so wealth got transferred from the top 1% down to the bottom. And
That's
at
right.
this level, I don't think it's ever really happened.
No.
And they got pissed.
Oh, they got super pissed because they're usually the ones who do the manipulating of this. Right,
Yeah.
exactly. The manipulating of the market and the transfer of the wealth into the few. So these, venture-backed trading platforms that are, especially, the one Robinhood,
Yep.
which if you're using the name Robinhood, well, that means you rob from the rich and give to the fucking poor.
Yep.
And so, so what they did is they halted the ability to buy or sell these stocks that were, pumping up and inflated. Like GameStop is not worth whatever the dollar amount it is now.
No, it sells physical games. Kids are already buying,
Correct.
and adults. So people are buying video games through the online.
It's
store.
literally like Blockbuster Video.
Yeah.
Right. So now the people who are on these apps and are making these trades are rightfully so, calling foul. They're like, well, hold on. You can't, we were told that these were the rules, and you can't change the rules of a game halfway through the game and not tell us.
Yeah. The normal everyday people just did what the other guys are doing, and they're fucking mad. It's like a dude that cheats on his girl all the time, and then his girl cheats on him once out of 10, and he like goes fucking.
He goes ape shit.
Ape shit, yeah.
100%. 100%. And so I think this is going to be a huge scandal. And I think this will be something that in a weird way Democrats and Republicans will unite around it.
Yeah, dude, this is going to be a weird unifier. We can go, wow, look at this. When we all band together, we can go against the people that are actually kind of really the ones really
For sure. Now, here's what makes me a little nervous. We know that both Republicans and Democrats are, funded by Wall Street. A lot of them. Not all of them.
Yeah.
Not all. But Wall Street has a heavy influence in Washington.
Yep.
And that was the whole thing about draining the swamp, which, Democrats don't really do. Donald Trump sure didn't. And so, the swamp is swampy. The swamp
is still the swamp.
Swamp is still the swamp. So it's going to be super interesting to see how this all unfolds. Like I think there's some people who are going to face some serious financial crimes.
Oh, absolutely, and they should, bro. This is really fucked up. And what the positive for me is like watching, the two sides come together, and this transcends. Like, there's no race involved. There's no fucking none of that. It's literally like everybody versus the 1%, which is a really cool thing to see.
Well, and hopefully it like sheds like the weird myth of capitalism that like the stock market is an indicator of how the economy is doing.
Explain that.
So, like, the United States has lost jobs. 2020 was one of the most devastating years on the economy, shrinking the economy since 1946. And, even like the small recovery that we made, like, in like the late third quarter, fourth quarter, like couldn't rebound enough to like not have it be the worst, shrink of the economy since 1946. And but like one of the things, like when and I'm not making this about, I'm not trying to make this about Trump, but like Trump would always come out and tout the stock market.
Yeah.
And like, okay, but what we know, or at least people who know about the stock market, is like, it's like going to a fucking casino, and like, it's very like, sure, there's math involved, and some of it's complex math, but like a lot of it is just bullshit.
Yeah.
Like if you can, if a group of Redditors can inflate the price of a stock and, you know, take money from these hedge fund managers, what have these hedge fund managers been doing?
Oh my, I mean, yeah.
You know what I mean?
With the political influence and all that. Yeah.
For sure.
This is great. The fucking the billionaires right now acting like the kid where you're whooping his ass in Mortal Kombat and he fucking turns the gaming system off.
Well, and it's a bad week for billionaires because there was the article that came out that referenced the failure of Ronald Reagan's trickle-down economic theory.
Yeah, no, it's already with the
break down trickle-down for the listeners.
Trickle-down economics is let's give.
Put you on the spot.
Yeah. Let's give the fucking money to the people at the top and they'll distribute it in a way where it kind of works out for everyone. The money will trickle down in some way. And I think we've seen that before this, that
No, keep going.
the wealth shit is they're hoarding the wealth, whatever.
Yeah.
And then this is a clear example and exposes the bullshit that is trickle down economics. And we all know, if we just think about it, right? Let's think of trickle up economics. Let's give the people the money. Most people are bad with their money. What are they going to fucking do? They're going to spend it. They're going to buy homes. They're going to buy fucking material
They're
things.
going to give it right back to the billionaires.
They're going to get... So just give it to the fucking... Like, you know what I'm saying? Like...
Or it's... I'm pro-capitalism.
Yeah, I'm a competitor. Yeah, it's just the natural thing for me.
Absolutely. But, like, at some point... I like to think that I would ask myself, like, hey, Greg, when is enough enough?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what's the number? Like, if I'm making $1 billion a year, let's say, am I that much of an ass? And if I was making $1 billion a year and the lowest paid employee had to work another job, worked full time, but had to work another job because I wasn't paying them enough for that work, I would like to think that I'd be like, well, I don't need to make $1 billion.
Yeah.
I can make $750 million, and you're telling me all of my employees would double their salary? Great. Let's do that.
I don't have an opinion on the raising the minimum wage to $15, but one thing that I do find funny is that, like, people always say, like, when they get their order wrong at a fast food restaurant, they're like, and they want $15 an hour. I'm like, dude, they put tomato on your hamburger, and now you're like, this person doesn't get health care, right?
Yeah, well, your child doesn't deserve to eat.
Yeah,
you put fucking, I'm sorry, did you put 2% milk and not skim milk in my latte?
Yeah, like, are you fucking
so
monster?
If I think I saw something today. So $15 an hour, if you adjust for inflation, wouldn't even be what, like, the standard. I think it'd be like adjusted with inflation. It should be, I think, at minimum $24.
Yeah.
And so, like, I would just like to know, like, maybe those people are so out of touch. It's like celebrities not knowing how much a loaf of bread costs or a gallon of milk costs. Like, I wonder if these mega rich people, like, can even comprehend, like, $15. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Just the
dude.
concept of $15.
Yeah, dude.
Like, what do they think that is? Do they think that's like they're like,
I don't even think they think about it that deeply. They just go, "There's no way I'm gonna double." 'Cause, like, they're just like,
Yeah.
it's pure money. It's like so now payroll is gonna double the cost. Like, that's just I didn't build in for that. Let's check the comments here.
yeah, I mean, $15 definitely gives people. So the $15 equates to, if you're working 40 hours a week, it equates to like $32,000 a year. And so, like, you go around if like you go around places in the country, like big cities, like $31,000 in New York City, you're
Oh yeah,
in bad shape.
You ain't gonna do. I want to the comments here. That comment, $15 give people fighting chance. That's Andrew on Facebook here, and then also he said the stock market and the GDP are inaccurate means to judge the success of an economy. Yes.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
And then GDP growth should be called GDFP. Yeah.
Gross domestic foreign product. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't. I would.
Fugazi product.
I took fucking. Gross domestic.
Yeah,
fucking
product.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I mean, like my thing is like
I want to every week, every time we do an episode, we innovate the show, and before I forget it, I want to add something to the virtue signaling button. We're also gonna need to. That's also gonna be the bitch of the week button. So we might have a virtue signal and a bitch of the week.
Do we have bitch of the week?
Yeah, dude. Bitch of the week is gonna go to Robin Hood. Robin Hood is gonna be bitch of the week. You little bitch. Robin Hood, you little bitch ass motherfucker.
I'm gonna rob from the rich and give to the rich.
You fucking sucking billionaire cock buddy, huh? Is that what you want? You fucking piece of shit. Bitch of the week, brought to you by Robin Hood. That was a hard.
I like
that was a
that.
hard stop. I gotta do the fucking,
The slow
thing. Yeah, a little production
give him
value.
but you can't. But that audio is like you can't give them a slow build, and so they don't deserve a slow exit.
Oh, that's true. It needs to be abrupt. Yeah. Fuck
Yep.
Robin Hood. I like that. Bitch of the week.
Man, fuck Robin Hood. Well, hopefully these start to open up conversations about like I am a capitalist, and so, but I'm also a capitalist that's willing to admit that, hey, maybe the system
There's some
isn't
flaws. Yeah.
if you're working a full-time job and you're not being paid enough so you can go back and support your family, like we're fucking up.
Yeah.
We're fucking up.
Fucking up
That
big time.
person's not fucking up. They're working a full-time job.
Yeah.
They have to go work a second job, which means they're gonna, if they have a family, that's time away from the kids. Like it's just, come on, we
Yeah.
like this is where I think Republicans like start to show a little hypocrisy if like they're all about the family, right?
Mhm.
They're all about the American family, the stable family, and so like you have to have a structure under capitalism that allows for that to happen.
Yeah, it definitely can be improved. I don't like the attitude of like, and this is just when people are too tied to the political parties of like, well, how they act as if there's not a solution. There's always a way. We're human beings. We're like creativity is the closest thing we have to magic, I think. And like you could fucking find a way to make this fucking thing work or
Yeah.
make it a little bit I'm not saying every person across the board because at the end of the day, we're animals. Their survival, whatever. But I think a much higher percentage of the population can be taken care of, and I think that within itself, you start to just take care of your own fucking.
Yeah.
Take care of
You said we're animals, so I have a question.
Yeah.
If we were actual animals, what animal would you be and why?
Okay. Am I doing this based off what I think my character, like the person I am, like?
It's up to you, man.
I like that.
Open-ended.
I like a bear, a grizzly bear, right?
Yeah, dog would be in the same pack. I'd be. That's my
You'd be a
answer.
bear too?
I
Yeah.
would be a grizzly bear specifically.
'cause
That's why
they're-
I named my dog Grizzly Bear.
Wow, that's fucking cool. So we're just
Because I love grizzly bears and because of the character Grizz from 30 Rock. Remember Grizzin.com, who were Tracy Morgan's bodyguards?
Yo, yes.
Yeah.
All right. So why do you think you would be a grizzly bear?
I'd be I'm territorial. I protect my communities.
Yeah.
I keep a strong pack. I'm supportive of the my family, my friends.
Yeah.
Just like a grizzly bear. I love salmon.
Salmon is good.
Love salmon.
Salmon is popping.
And they're big, dude. They're big and fast.
Yeah, they can run, they can climb
Yeah,
trees.
they're
right?
athletes. They're athletes.
They're super cute. But they're fucking. It can be super fucking mean.
Yep.
I
Don't
fuck with.
if
I
you
fuck with-
snap if you snap at a grizzly bear, you'll get snapped.
Yeah, I just found out today. You know how they bear hunt?
No.
It's they have like a barrel full of Dunkin' Donuts, and the bear goes to the fucking Dunkin' Donuts.
Did you
and
say
then
a
they have
barrel full of Dunkin' Donuts?
Yeah.
Okay.
a barrel full of Dunkin' Donuts, and they have the bear. When he's eating the donuts, then they have dogs that like surround the wolf so that they can track the bear. So-
There's
It's like that's a different level of. I can't ever. Get to that
I'd love
level
to.
of
I'd
hunting.
love to. I would love to love hunting.
You can't even eat bear either. So it's like it's not.
No,
even
you can
like,
eat bear. I've
Oh, you
eaten
can?
bear.
Oh,
I've
really?
had bear burgers before.
Bro, you a cannibal like that? Though?
No. Dude,
You just
remember
said
I
you're a
went to.
bear, You're a bear.
Dude,
It's
I
a
went to
spirit
a
animal.
liberal. I went to a liberal arts college
I'm even more confused where this is going. You would not
with
think,
rich white people,
yeah.
whose one of whose fathers hunted exotic game, and so
Yeah.
she would always come back with this crazy exotic meat.
Yeah, it's ironically enough, you throw rich people into like a life situation, they spice it up. That's the only time they use spice is when they're causing some havoc. And
Yep.
yeah, this is interesting. Wow.
Yeah, no, a bear burger was dope. That's actually probably the best meat that I've had. Not too gamey.
Really?
I don't think it was grizzly bear meat. I think it was like black bear.
Are they fat or is that muscle that just like bear muscle just kind of gives that little fat look? Or
They
something?
they got a lot of dump in the truck.
Yeah, they seem like pretty like fat.
Is that how you say it? A lot of dump in the truck?
Yeah, dump in
Dumps
the
like a
truck.
truck?
Yeah.
Dumps like a truck?
What?
What?
Dude, I used to love
Oh,
that
no,
fucking
no.
song. I wanted to dye my hair blonde. So
Dude, Andrew is chiming in big time about the comments. We're going to check. He's given us a tutorial on capitalism, and
this is why you got to join the live stream because you'll
Yeah.
be able to read these comments. If you're on Facebook, you can check it out.
Andrew, when we drop this episode on YouTube, please copy and paste these comments into the YouTube video. Or maybe we will. But it'll be weird if we copy and paste your comments and then like we'll be passing them off as our own. We're not plagiarizers here. We bring you the real news.
I love it.
We bring you the stories that matter. I mean, tell me what matters more than, Tom Brady.
I mean, he's greatness.
You know what I mean?
He's greatness. I mean, what do you want?
Come on.
What else we cover here? We
All
covered
right,
the
well,
Robin Hood. We covered.
Let's wrap with a little pop culture discussion.
Dude,
So-
we're going over an hour here, so this is like
This is
good.
a little bonus
yeah,
for people.
we got it.
This is
We
a
got
little bonus for people. All right, so you and I, we've documented it. We're big Marvel comic book fans.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even want to say nerds because I feel like, actually, I do want to say nerds because I want to reclaim the word nerd. Because like nerd back when we were growing up meant like dorky glasses, like you drop all your school books, like, oh, you're a nerd.
Yeah.
Then like at some point nerds like nerddom became like
Cool.
pop, it became
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, people call themselves nerds, and it's like, okay.
And so
And that
it's-
makes a lot of OG nerds mad because there's levels to this nerd shit. Because here's the thing, I'm a nerd, but there's people that were like the people that got
I don't have any costumes.
subjugated for being a nerd. I wasn't that person because I was like an athlete.
Same.
And I read comic books, but when I started getting pussy, I put the comic books down, and I did that for a while. And then it wasn't until I settled down when I made the jump with Rachel in my head. I'm like,
You learned how to multitask.
This is the one. I'm like, I'm gonna pick comic books up again because now there's there's just one woman in my life, and so now there's a lot.
You
more.
got time.
I got time and energy now, bro. So now I'm all up in my comic books and shit, and I love it. And the MCU is something that they're fucking killing it, man. They're crushing it.
So let's do our listeners a favor. If you have not watched all 3 episodes of WandaVision yet, this is a good time for you to say, gosh, I'm so glad that I follow these guys on Instagram, at World Local News,
Yep.
on YouTube, iTunes, Spotify,
Yep.
our personal Instagrams, at G Perlman, at Freddie Valoy, Fred Talk Podcast. But come back next episode because now we're 3, 2, 1 spoiler alert.
Yeah.
So
WandaVision. Real quick before we get to WandaVision, Andrew had a great comment. If like this is how awesome comic books are. Like X-Men is a metaphor for Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, Magneto and Professor X. Like that's like that shit is deep, man. And like
Yeah.
yeah. And for a while, comic book movies were known as trash. Like there was a time where you knew like it was a risk to go. You were like, it's probably gonna be bad, but I'm gonna check it out anyway because I love these fucking things. And Marvel has figured out a way to flip that. Now watching an MCU movie, it's probably gonna be good. But WandaVision is starting off a little.
it's different.
It's different.
It's
starting
different.
off slow. But I give Marvel a lot of extra room because of all the good work they put out. So I'm literally gonna wait till the last episode of the season. I'm gonna watch the whole season to get.
It's like you're gonna give any Kanye West album a listen because of his previous work.
Not me, but I could understand how
Oh.
other people do it.
Got it.
I'm not a music guy like that.
All right, man.
Yeah.
We'll just roll with my metaphor, all right? If Andrew can use metaphors about X-Men and Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, you can surely entertain mine.
Yeah, but he said Malcolm X and Marlon, and you brought
Here's
Kanye
virtue
West.
signaling. We got a virtue signal and a bitch of the week. Boom. All right. So I think they're setting up some pretty cool stuff to weave in that might lead to a very cool story in the Marvel comic book canon, which is Secret Wars.
Okay, I like when when we were talking about this earlier, you pulled me out of that WandaVision
know.
funk by bringing this up. Well, what is Secret Wars, Greg?
All right. So Secret Wars is like a combination of the multiverse, like the intergalactic battles that happened in Endgame and Infinity War. It's just like another short story is that it's just another epic Marvel tale of like characters that exist in multiple universes all coming together for like a battle
Yeah, against Doctor Doom.
against Doctor Doom.
Because Doctor Doom, if you don't know who he is, he's one of the baddest motherfucking villains on the planet. He roasts people while he's he'll roast the Avengers while he's fucking them up. Like they can't really shoot the one with Doctor Doom like that. Like he has like in hand-to-hand combat has fucked up the Avengers on many times while also roasting them for being lesser than, because he is a smug motherfucker.
Yeah, for sure.
He's the Conor McGregor of fucking
Of the MCU?
Yeah, bro. Like, and you kind of like him, bro. Like you
know.
laugh. You're like, this motherfucker just got it.
I know.
His motive is awesome because his motive is that he wants to rescue his mother's soul from the depths of hell. From
Yep.
a character called Mephisto, and you think that they are.
It's a possibility
possibility.
that Mephisto might be the villain in WandaVision.
Okay, I like that.
It's a possibility.
I
We
like
don't know
that.
what's going on. Is it her controlling the thing? Is Sword controlling it?
I think the Agatha girl has something to do with it. Her neighbor.
Yeah.
I think she has something to do with it. And then Sword is essentially, for those that don't know, is like if you watch it casually, Shield
Yeah.
is like the Earth fucking their organization. This is the space version of Shield.
See, I thought you would have liked at least the first 2 episodes because you're an I Love Lucy guy. This is an I Love Lucy household that you live in.
Yeah, absolutely, bro.
Yeah.
But I think that was the problem, was that I watched I Love Lucy the weekend before. Like I'd watched it right before I started watching that.
Oh,
and,
interesting.
And I Love Lucy laughs per minute. It's one of the greatest like sitcoms. Or
Oh
whatever.
yeah.
It's so fucking funny.
You guys are you and Rachel are kind of like Lucy and Ricky, dude.
Yo, we are, and it's so funny because she was like, because Rachel didn't watch a ton of TV, like she wasn't allowed to watch like MTV shit like that.
Yeah.
And she said that she thinks that kind of imprinted on her because that was the model relationship to her.
Oh, so she did get to watch that.
Yeah, she got to watch I Love Lucy, and so she didn't watch a ton of relationships on TV, and her mom was like single, whatever. Like, so freaking, she said that was like the model relationship for her, and I was like, damn, like
That's interesting.
because our
man.
dynamic is like it's kind of like it's like that, dude.
Lucy.
Like yeah.
That's really funny,
And
man.
we're always like, there's always we just make anything funny together, like situations, like shit like that, bro. And like watching that show, I think that's why probably I laugh harder. It's like I'm more Lucy and she's Ricky in a lot of situations, like,
Yeah.
which also I think adds another layer to the thing because either of us can be either of them at any moments. But it's a fucking great show. I highly recommend people watch it.
No, it's
So-
a great show.
So now I'm watching WandaVision, and it's getting off to this slow start. And the first episode is during the 50s. And every episode, they've gone to the next decade, right? 50s,
Yeah.
60s. We're in the
Third
se-
episode was in color.
Yeah, it was in color. So it starts off in black and white. And for a moment there, I'm like, yo, I just feel like I'm watching a shittier I Love Lucy. It's not as funny. It's just a little too campy. But I always have to bring myself, got to use the frontal lobe to be like, because that's all me speaking from emotion. I go, let me give Marvel their space. They're killing it. They're probably trying to stretch their fucking legs. I know what it's like to want to do some new shit, you know, as a stand-up and all that. Like, you know, like early in and, you know, but I'm going to wait to give the full thing. But your fan theory helped. And it also reminded me of a fan theory that I thought of too. Is like, for Marvel with the next big bad guy because
Yeah.
Thanos killed it. That build up.
Yeah.
They met and exceeded a 10-year or 12-year whatever expectation, 11-year I think it is expectation, and they knocked it out of
One of the
fucking
best
park.
villains ever.
Yeah, and I think that they can do that with Doctor Doom, but you don't set Doctor Doom up as like the final battle. They fight Doctor Doom when they introduce the Fantastic Four. Maybe they beat Doctor Doom, right? Then
He goes into hiding.
goes into hiding. Maybe he pops in other things, but he's working behind the scenes. And you think Galactus is the main villain, and you know when Galactus comes, Doom teams up to help them beat him. He has another thing. He ends up getting the shit, and then he starts the Secret War shit. The Battle World is where he creates a planet, and motherfucking Marvel superheroes are fighting against each other. And you could spend 5 years under the reign of Doom. And then you could also do, because there's a comic book where Doctor Strange teams up with Doctor Doom to fight Mephisto.
See,
in
this
hell.
is where things get interesting,
Yeah,
right?
so they can rescue his mother's soul from the depths of hell. Dude, I mean, Marvel can go on forever.
I'm hyped.
Dude,
This has got me a little more hyped.
dude. Yeah.
I
Super
feel-
hype. So I'm gonna give watch WandaVision. It's cool. There's some elements that are cool.
New episode tomorrow. If
Oh, yeah.
if they don't let us know like a little bit more about like what's really going on after this next episode, I'll be like, all right, guys, let's get this
It
going.
seems you brought up another good point earlier. It seems like it is gonna start. It might.
It's about to turn up.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna turn up.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, man.
Dude, that was good, dude. Guys, follow me on Instagram and YouTube at Freddie Valoy. That's it. No fucking bells and whistles. Greg, where can they find you?
At G Perlman, at Greg Perlman. Obviously, you can find us on Instagram at World Local News, iTunes, Spotify, YouTube. We're coming at you every week.
Yeah, check out the Conspiracy Theory podcast. Thanks for joining, guys. It was cool to fucking talk shit here on the chat with you guys. Hit the live stream, guys. Join the conversation. We out of here, baby. We're gonna use the intro music as outro because we're unprofessional.
We out.
Welcome to World Local News.